Hey fellow webmasters, welcome back to another exciting episode of our Linux Webstack series on RackNerd TV. I'm Christian and today we will learn how to install PHP on a LEMP stack with the AlmaLinux OS. So if you're ready to take your website hosting game to the next level, you're in the right place and let's get right into it. Now you may be wondering, what is PHP, LEMP, LEMP, AlmaLinux OS, and why should you even consider using these for your website hosting? Well, fortunately for you, we have a bunch of videos which can help you with your curiosity. And I will link all of them in the description down below in a nice little playlist. So go ahead and check those out whenever you get time. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to this channel so you can follow through our Linux Webstack series, which is ongoing at the moment, and a bunch of other free courses that you can explore further, which you don't want to miss. So alright, let's go ahead and jump into the installation process. But before we begin, make sure you have access to a server that has AlmaLinux OS. You can grab one from RackNerd.com and experience our lightning fast servers and exceptional customer support 24/7. So without further ado, I'll share my screen and let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we want to do is ensure our system is up to date. Open your terminal and run the following command. It may take some time on your end, but in my case, I've actually already updated my server earlier, so it returns nothing to do at this time. And that's fine. If this happens to you too, then you can just move forward with the next step, which is to install PHP along with its prerequisites. So let's go ahead and run the following commands to do just that. So the first command here is to install the EPEL repository, which stands for Extra Packages for Enterprise Linux. We might have installed this already in a previous tutorial, so you can just move forward to the next step if you already have it done. Now the second one is the REMI repository, which is another reliable third-party repository which will let us install the latest PHP version. And the third one is to install yum-utils, a tool that will let us use different versions of PHP. And then the fourth one is to reset the PHP version so we can set our custom one. And the last command is for enabling the latest version of PHP, which is 8.0 at the time of this recording. So now just hit yes for all if prompted when installing the latest PHP version. Finally, we're now ready to install PHP and some standard extensions to run commonly used scripts like WordPress. To do this, execute the following line of commands here. Next, let's start and enable the PHP service by running the following one line of command. Now, let's check the status if we successfully did everything right by executing this command here. Alright, so we're almost there now. Let's go ahead and configure PHP-FPM to work with Nginx. But before we proceed, let's create a backup first to be on the safe side by running this command here. And then open the PHP-FPM configuration file, which is going to be www.config, or conf. Using your preferred text editor with the following command. I'll just use Nano Editor on my end. Oh, and I forgot to install Nano Editor, which we can do very simply by just running this command. Once Nano Editor is installed, let's try that again. Use the same command that we typed in and failed because Nano Editor wasn't installed. Inside the configuration file, find the line with the Unix user/group of processes. Using your arrow keys on your keyboard, and underneath it, we need to change the user and group values from Apache to Nginx. Next, look for the line that starts with listen equals, and change its value to what's on the screen now. And then let's look for the following lines as you can see here. Now change the nobody value to Nginx and remove the semicolon of all three directors to enable this configuration. And just underneath these three lines of code, we'll find listen.acl_users equals Apache, Nginx. We need to disable this configuration by adding a semicolon in front of this line of code. Once done on your keyboard, hit Ctrl+O and the Enter key to save the changes that you made to the file, and Ctrl+X to exit the text editor. One more thing, we need to remove some configuration files we don't need anymore by running the following command in one line. And to apply the changes to the associated services, let's go ahead and restart these services, which is the PHP-FPM and Nginx, by running the following one line of commands. Once again, let's go ahead and check the status of our PHP service to make sure that everything works after the configuration we just did by running this command here. And as you can see here, we've successfully installed PHP for LEMP with AlmaLinux OS. Now we can start using scripts to build our websites or web applications that require it, such as WordPress and many other CMSs. See, it wasn't that difficult, right? It does have a lot of steps, but I think you guys probably handle it pretty well. By following these steps, you'll have PHP up and running on your lempstack in no time. And remember, if you ever need any assistance or want to explore our hosting options further, be sure to visit us at RackNerd.com. At RackNerd, we provide powerful hosting solutions on a budget that is optimized for PHP websites or just any stack including LEMP, meaning we've got your back. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to learn more. And we'll talk soon.